All right, okay. Hello and good morning, everybody. Hi, this is me, Darson Chauskas from Easy Markets, and this is the Daily Pitch International breaking news section of our YouTube channel, to which you can actually subscribe in order not to miss any of the upcoming videos. But look, I wanted to pick up on the US CPIs, which are coming out on Thursday. So, it's probably one of the most anticipated news event this week. Look, I'll dig into all that, but before we go any further, just a quick read through our risk disclaimer. So yes, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendations and should not be considered as such. This material should not be taken as an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. Look, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest. I'm not gonna disappear anywhere. But yep, also just before we jump in, just a quick mentioning of our Easy Markets website, which you can always check out for more information about us. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist. So, now then, ladies and gentlemen, basically the US CPIs, where are those? Let me just filter by the country here. And yes, Thursday. So, what are we expecting on Thursday? On Thursday, the current expectation that the headline year-on-year inflation will drop from 2.5 to 2.3. The same story with the month-on-month expectation is for a decline. However, the core inflation rate is expected to remain the same at 3.2. In my opinion, this is something that probably we need to keep an eye a little bit more. This one here, inflation rate, the headline, it includes food and energy. We know that energy has been, well, at the time of recording this session, we did see a few a bit of a rally here in oil, but if we look at the previous month, we saw some declines, and basically I think that's what's factoring into this headline inflation number. Food, lower food prices, I don't know. I mean, okay, official statistics maybe they are on the lower side. However, as we know, when we go to the supermarket, the food prices are, I wouldn't say that that they're on the cheaper side. So anyway, but apparently we're going from the official numbers, official inflation numbers. So, and that's what the market bounces off as well. Now, the core inflation rate, the expectation is for the same number to remain the same. So basically, services are still elevated. Look, the Fed's target, inflation target, is at 2%. So the headline inflation is getting there. The core one, it's not, is not. So that's where the tricky bit comes in. And we, of course, when we're looking at the Federal Reserve interest rates, I mean, I think that the Fed does understand that, and as I already discussed in my previous sessions, that in these live sessions that I do every morning, so you can check those out. Basically, the Fed right now is in this mode where they want to cut rates as quick as possible because, again, in my opinion, that they believe that the inflation is not really or it might pick up later on. So if you're gonna start hiking rates in order to maintain inflation, to control inflation later on, you need to kind of start hiking from somewhere lower. So that's why those cuts right now are coming in very quickly. That's why maybe we saw the September during the September meeting 50 basis point cut. Of course, there are critics here and there, and some say that, hey, there should have been more than 50 basis point cut. Some say, hey, maybe 50 basis point was too much, everything is still okay, the market adjusts. So you never win, and the Fed never wins. And I think that I'm not advocating here for the Fed, but it's just that you have to give them credit that they always have to kind of balance between the two hating zones, right? So basically, what could we expect here happening now? If the core inflation comes out, let's say somewhere near the same level at 3.2, or maybe the same number at 3.2, I think that's still a worry, and I think that could worry the market that inflation is not dropping. Yes, if, let's say, the headline inflation rate drops and or comes out at 2.3 or maybe below that, I think that's fine. I mean, the market kind of expects that because of oil. But if the core doesn't budge, then, well, I think that could be an issue. This is where I think that the market would think that you know what, the Fed might not go for like that many cuts, and maybe we could see some okay, we could see some strength in the US dollar. And I think that for now, maybe, looking at this index here, US dollar index, we're seeing some a push higher here. I covered this one in my morning webinar. I'm leaning for now towards the upside, but only up until my 200-day EMA, which is roughly around the 103 zone. And then I'll take it from there. I'm not going to rush into this. Look, in general, I think that there is a chance for push higher, but at some point, maybe this could correct back down. Look, like I said, let's keep it short and simple for now. Let's just aim for the 103 zone. This looks like a possible bullish flag here. Let's see if we can go for a higher high on the US dollar index. Jumping into the indices world here, the Dow Jones, it's on the it's moving sideways, and the way we could play this one is basically we're waiting for Thursday numbers, in my opinion. Again, maybe this will move earlier, maybe it will move a little bit before that. However, the simple approach here is that we're currently stuck in the range. We're stuck in a box, and we need to get outside of the box. Think outside of the box, right? So wait for the clearance of one of the sides here, and then we can consider the next short-term directional move. So if we do clear the 42,200 zone, by the way, I'm looking at the futures here, and then we could consider a larger correction here back down towards the 45-day EMA, which I have here as a red line, or this upside line taken from the low, the 5th of August. For the upside, yes, a break above this hurdle, above this 42,600 and kind of, look, 42,700 zone. If we clear that one, this could open the door towards the current all-time high, and yes, we could maybe even create a new all-time high. But let's see. The S&P 500 is also around the same kind of pattern, so basically not much to add here. Just wanted to pick up on gold very quickly. Gold so far so good. Doing a nice little correction right now as we speak. But again, if let's say inflation comes out on the lower side, maybe US dollar could correct back down a little bit, for allowing gold maybe to rebound back up. So again, this is just an idea. Let's see how this is going to play out, of course. Again, keep your eyes on the core. If, let's say, the headline inflation comes out on the lower side, that's like I said, it could be an immediate reaction in the US dollar to the downside. But if the core inflation, let's say, stays somewhere as forecast, maybe this could, push back up again, and push back the US dollar back up again. If the core starts sliding, then okay, then we're fine, because then we could see the US dollar kind of correcting nicely to the downside. Again, this is just an idea. Of course, we'll see how this shifts, because at the moment in the November meeting, we're expecting a one cut only. But again, this could shift very quickly, and maybe it will shift towards two. However, I think that at the moment it's too early. I think that we still have a full October to go through. If the stock market starts collapsing, let's say, or not collapsing, but let's say it starts selling off, we might actually see this 13% maybe shifting towards the two cut zone right here, instead of, let's say, sticking at no cut at all. So yeah, again, a lot of thoughts here. Let's see how inflation numbers come out on Thursday. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you found this useful a little bit, at least. I tried to do my best, but hey, look, please do subscribe for more of these webinars and videos, and honestly, in order not to miss them out, we will be doing these more and more. So yeah, if you have any questions, honestly, drop them in the comment box. I'm more than happy to to look into that if you have any suggestions, or you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn as well. So yes, hey, have a beautiful day. As always, stay safe, have your stop losses in place, risk only what you can afford to lose, don't overtrade, and everything will be fine. I'll see you later in the next Daily Pitch International breaking news section. So see you later, and bye-bye.